Hi, this is Linda. I am acting in my shed. Fuck, here we go. No, you weren't. You were making excuses. No, you weren't. You were making excuses, and I am not in the mood because I have been in a hospital all day, leaving you messages. The first message being at the hospital, here's the address, come immediately. But maybe that wasn't clear because most people would have gotten their ass here. Most people wouldn't have spent hours playing phone tag, leaving messages like, oh no, what's going on? Call me back. They would have just dropped whatever it was they were doing and come to the hospital. But maybe you really needed more clarification. So I'm genuinely sorry for that. I'm sorry, Cassie. I am really, truly sorry that I inconvenienced you today, that I had disrupted all of the really important shit that you have going on in your life. Because as you can see, my life is really, truly fucking brilliant. Get to know his grandchildren. Get to know his grandchildren. Are you high? Why should he be allowed to have that? For a $4 toy from the drugstore? Is that what my kids are worth? Well, what about when they were born? Where was he then with his fucking yo-yo and his plastic water gun? Fuck that. Where was he when I got married? Or when I graduated from high school? Or when I was in the fucking hospital? Where was he? Fuck him. Fuck that. Look, I'm really sad and sorry that he is sick and without medicinal marijuana. That really sucks for him. But there was no way in hell he was going to get the chance to fuck up my kids like he fucked up me. And break their hearts and disappoint them and make them feel unloved and ugly and unwanted and broken into pieces. Because one day, if I had let him, he would have fucked up. He would have fucked up huge. And he would have disappointed them or broken a promise or disappeared or left them wondering what they did wrong. And my kids aren't worth the risk. So, no, he didn't get the privilege of my children. You clearly aren't a parent, or you would get that. Can I have a cigarette? I was sitting in the car in the parking lot at the hospital. I lost track of time. I started measuring time in cigarettes. I was in the car for 3.5 packs. Do you know they sell cigarettes at the gift shop in the hospital? And booze and scratch off lottery tickets. So I bought all three. I've spent my entire life wondering what I would have done, how I'd react when Martin finally died. Never thought I'd end up stuck in my car, chain smoking, drinking, and gambling. Like father, like daughter. He would have been proud. Can you believe it's already 12 years since Cassie's mom died in that same hospital? She died the day I found out that I was pregnant with Molly. I hadn't even told you yet. I wanted to tell you in person. But before I could, I got the call to come over to the hospital. And you picked me up, and everything started to move so fast, and I couldn't tell you like that. So I put it on hold, and all I could think of was, fuck them. Fuck them all. The woman has been failing at suicide for 15 years. Why'd she have to get it right on my fucking day? The whole way there, I panicked about what to do with Cassie. I didn't want her. And you dropped me off, and you went and got everybody coffee. And I said to myself, keep your trap shut, Renee. Don't you dare volunteer. Don't you dare. Even if she ends up in foster care, not your problem. And then Gary's mom said out of nowhere, you'll live with us. And we all looked at her like she was crazy as she stood up and sat next to Cassie and said, you're Gary's blood, and so you're my blood too. And she held her in her arms, and she stroked her pink hair, and Cassie sobbed and sobbed. And I hated myself for being such a selfish asshole, for not wanting to share even a second of my happiness, for really not giving a shit what happened to her. for being jealous of a kid with a dead mom. Because I wanted somebody to love me like that. Not because they had to, because. And then you came back with the coffees and you handed them out and you sat there next to me and you picked up my hand and you squeezed it like we were sharing a secret. And I thought, you are my blood. You were my family. You were my home. And I knew that for the rest of my life, as long as you were within reach, I'd be okay. How'd we end up here? I don't want to be here anymore. I want to run away from here as far. I want to run away from here as fast as I possibly can. Shed acting.